What's up, everybody? It's your boy JP, back with another video. And today, I have the ZTE Blade 10, also known as the Blade 10 Prime if you get it directly from Verizon's prepaid company, Visible. This is the unlocked variant, same price, $179. And to my knowledge, it is compatible with Verizon service. I don't think you specifically have to get the Visible one. Of course, I do realize there's a difference between Verizon prepaid and Visible prepaid, but I think this one will work with those as well, if just to kind of give you more choice, because I'm sure the Visible one is probably locked to them. But don't hold me to that. I think it's compatible with Sprint too, but of course I do know for a fact it's with AT&T and T-Mobile. It does have band 66. I'm not sure. I don't think it has band 71 though for you T-Mobile fanatics. I'm not sure why it doesn't have 71 because the Axon 10 Pro does. But then again, it may have something to do with this one not using a Qualcomm chipset. It has a Helio P60. But I've had plenty of Helio P60 and P70 phones that also had band 71. So I'm not sure why this one does or doesn't. Or I just said that wrong. I'm not sure why this one wouldn't is what I should say. I mean, if it does, that's great. I have had phones before. If you watch the video I just did on the Black Shark 2 Pro, I have had phones before that didn't have specific bands listed in it, and it had one like band 2 on the Black Shark 2 Pro, which is very important for AT&T. Don't mind my dog over there snoring. That's Peanut over there. But anyway, back to the video here. Your usual box. Your charging brick, your USB Type-C to USB-A cable, the sleeve that comes on the phone that just says ZTE Blade 10, your semi-ejector tool and booklets, the phone itself, $180, $179 to be technical. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. This phone rivals $200 phones, and it even rivals some $250 and $300 phones, to be quite honest. Again, the Helio P60 is not a slouch by any means. It's comparable to a Snapdragon 660. Maybe even a 665. I mean, this phone is great. I just wish it had more RAM. It has 3 gigs of RAM. It should have had 4. But again, 180, what are you going to do? I honestly haven't noticed any slowdown on this phone. So, I mean, obviously 3 gigs is just fine. But, future-proofing never hurt, because not everybody buys a phone and replaces it every month. Not everybody gets access to a lot of these devices, like I'm lucky enough to. Some people still really do buy a phone, and expect it to last, 2 to 3 years, and it doesn't matter if you spend $100 or $1,000. I mean, you do have certain expectations, and and a lot of these phones, do last, quite a while. But great build quality. There's your power button and volume rocker. I love how the power button is red. I love that. Very nice. Very, very elegant looking there. Teardrop notch. 6.3-inch Full HD. LTPS, IPS. Beautiful display, honestly. It is one of the best looking LCDs I've seen in a very long time, especially considering I've had so many devices with OLEDs this year. This LCD is beautiful. Fingerprint magnet, obviously. Dual camera, dual LED flash. Physical rear-mounted fingerprint sensor. Works really, really well. I mean, it is super fast. It does have your basic 2D, unsecure facial recognition like your OnePluses have. Numerous other phones. Not the fastest, really, by any means, but the fingerprint sensor is super fast. Here's your USB Type-C port, your speaker. Very loud speaker, by the way. And I absolutely love the shape of this phone. Love it. I mean, see that curvation at the top and the bottom? I mean, see how it's kind of uneven? It really resembles something that would be called a blade. I mean, I am really digging that. I really am. I mean, this looks like something that would be called a blade. It's super thin. Super thin. I'm not sure the exact measures, but I mean, it's great. 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. I mean, it's just designed really nice. This back right here will get you. Every other review I've read or watched on this phone said that this is plastic. but it feels and looks like glass in a way. But then again, it's so freaking lightweight. It's almost like paperweight. That I'm pretty sure it's got to be plastic because glass would have a little bit more heft than this. It's not a lightweight like a desirable lightweight. It's a lightweight where you're afraid of dropping it because you don't really feel it, or it's sliding out of your pocket without a case. Speaking about a case, I'm surprised ZTE didn't include one because everyone else is starting to include cases with their budget phones, and it's kind of hard to find one at the moment. But other than that, I really love the design of this phone. It's very reminiscent of the Axon 10 Pro. It's really kind of like buying a cheaper budget version of the Axon 10 Pro. Remember, they had the Axon 7 Mini when they had the Axon 7. This isn't really too much smaller than the Axon 10 Pro. Well, I guess it kind of is. It's 6.3 inches versus 6.5 inches. But then again, the Axon 7 Mini was still AMOLED. Which was fantastic a few years ago. It's just hard to believe it's already been so long. What, 3 years? But nonetheless, really like this phone. I really do. For the price, you can't beat it. It's the best $180 phone. It rivals $200 phones, $250 phones, $300 phones. I pretty much stopped there, but it's great. The teardrop notch. I'm gonna tell y'all. Don't be too turned off by the chin down here, because it's still not as large as some of your Motorola's, and even those are nice phones. Everyone knows I do love Motorola's products, but the reason why I specifically say don't be too turned off by that chin, because I know not a lot, but some people complain it's big. I don't think it's too big, but honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all what's really nice about this phone. The rest of it, the borders, the sides, the top. You don't really see it unless you have it in your hands yourself. This video is not going to do it any justice. But you got to compare with other phones as well. You got to really see it in person. This actually, especially for having an LCD screen instead of an OLED where they can fold it better, this is really some of the thinnest borders I have actually ever seen on any phone with a teardrop notch or even the eyebrow notches. It is, Peanut, you are really snoring loud over there. Snores as loud as a human. He snores louder than I do, I swear. Probably about as loud as my brother, but I didn't say that. But, the bezels on this phone are insanely thin. It's really one of the best I have seen. The bezels alone will really make you think it's an $800, $700 phone. ZT did a good job for the price. It's fantastic. 64 gigs of internal storage. It does have expandable memory. It's taken everything I've thrown at it. It works really great. Battery life has been great. I've been quite impressed with it, honestly. For the price that you get. It has a fantastic spec to price ratio. It really does. ZTE did a good job here, and I'm glad to see them back in the game. I really am. One of my favorite brands. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think here. These are just little quick overviews, not even reviews. I just go over very, very simple things there. But I hope y'all like what you see here. Hit me up.